All right, greetings out there, WWE Universe. Ben Porter back again. This is just so much fun. I have to keep doing it. I can't stop, even though like my life is taking over and it's very hard to keep these things going by myself. But I'm just doing it. I'm just gonna persist and keep going no matter what. I gotta keep going. All right, now I want to review and talk about the gist of WWE Money in the Bank 2023. I know it's a little late, but bear with me. Life is just taking over, like I said. Now, Money in the Bank 2023 was a great monumental pay-per-view with a lot of moments that really changed the landscape of things going forward into SummerSlam. Now we have the first match opening the gate, which is the Money in the Bank ladder match for the men, which was just an absolute spectacle of a match. My gosh, it was just from beginning to end, bell to bell, just pure chaos and madness and some of the best action you'll see in WWE with those ladders. And a lot of these competitors have been coming up for a long time, and they finally get their chance to shine and their chance to get championship gold. So it was very, very spontaneously spectacular. We had the Bruiserweight getting a crazy ovation because they're in London, of course, and just London is on fire. I don't know if there's a better crowd in the entire universe than London. Like, my goodness, the UK just kills it. They just absolutely every time make it seem like 1,000 times more fun than it is. But we have LA Knight being like the crowd favorite in the match, and my God, LA Knight is getting such big pops. Like, it's only a matter of time before the megastar becomes a champion, in my view. I really was pushing for LA Knight in this match, but, you know, Damian Priest was just a powerhouse in this match, and we also had Logan Paul, which was just getting such a beatdown from everybody, and they're just like, get out of here. We don't want no YouTubers here in WWE. Like, they're really embracing that heel side of Logan Paul, and I really like that, and I think that really showcased well in this match especially, because it gave Damian Priest a little bit of edge when he turned his back on him, you know. I just like the stories going forward here. And we have Nakamura really getting a resurgence and just going and doing what he's supposed to do, being the artist and doing the come on again, and, you know, doing knees all over the place. We have just such great chemistry in this match between these competitors, but the match ends up ending with LA Knight touching the briefcase, almost grabbing it after Ricochet did like a crazy 450 splash onto a ladder before that just looked so devastating. And I thought LA Knight was going to win. I think the crowd even was behind LA Knight. The crowd thought LA Knight was going to get it, but no. Thrown off by Damian Priest with a Falcon Arrow from the top of the ladder, nasty looking, and Damian Priest becomes Mr. Money in the Bank, Senor Money in the Bank, as he likes to be called. Congratulations to Damian Priest. Will we see a championship in his future, or will he cash in with a failure? I don't know. We'll see what happens. I think Rollins, though, will be on the list highly for him. I think Rollins needs to watch out for him. On to the next match, which is the women's tag team title match between Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey taking on Liv Morgan and Raquel Gonzalez. And this match was just absolutely, like, crazy. Like, I thought it was going to be like a normal kind of, you know, normal pace, kind of slow pace match that kind of wasn't the match of the night. But then when out of nowhere, like, Shayna Baszler just decided to become a huge giant Karen and complain on Ronda Rousey. I don't know what Ronda Rousey did to deserve that, but Ronda Rousey got choked out by Shayna Baszler in the middle of the match out of absolutely bloody nowhere, and I just loved it for some reason. I think the crowd loved it too. From what it seemed like I heard, the crowd really was into it too, and it was like, this has been years and years coming, so if they have a match coming up soon, I think it's going to be really good stuff, and it's going to be some of the realest women's stuff we've probably ever seen. I'm really excited to see that. We'll see if it happens at SummerSlam. I don't know, but I'm excited for that, and the future of the women's division is really good because now we have new women's tag team champions, and then we're going to have a lot of new teams coming up here. It seems like they're forming new teams. Like, we got Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green. The women's tag division is getting revived, it seems. And on to the next match, which is Matt Riddle taking on Gunther for the WWE Intercontinental Championship, and Gunther just is such a dominant champion. I didn't even give Riddle much of a chance in this match in my mind because Gunther is just so dominant, and Riddle's been kind of on like a slow come up right now. He's going through a weird phase. I feel like his character, I don't really know what their plans are for him almost, but I know he's got like good potential, so we'll see where that goes. Gunther just chops the bejesus out of Riddle, and he's just putting in the submissions in the match. He's just dominating. So technically prowess that man is, and he's just dominating. He's so stern in the ring, but so fluid at the same time. I don't even know how it's possible. Like, he just he just makes it look so impactful and so perfect. I can't explain it. He's such a good damn wrestler. We have Riddle just trying his best, hitting the high knees, doing what he can to combat the offense. But Gunther is just way too strong. He's way too technical. He's way too seasoned of a veteran. He ends up getting the ankle lock submission on Riddle and tapping Riddle out for the victory. And we have still your Intercontinental Champion, Gunther. But that's not all. We have a surprise return from Drew McIntyre, and he hits a big claymore on Gunther, setting the stage for a match between the two for the Intercontinental Championship, which Drew never really got a real contention against because it was just a triple threat match with Sheamus, which ended abruptly. So there's still lots of stories to be told and lots of fun stuff here. So we'll see where this goes in the future. That's why we watch, right? And on to the next match, which is Cody Rhodes taking on Dominic Mysterio. And this match was just a great match too. Like, it was in a weird place in the middle of the card, and it just it almost seemed like it should be like a main event almost, but it wasn't. I can't explain it. In my mind, it seemed like it should be kind of closer to the main event, but either way, it was really good stuff. Rhea Ripley and Dom are just so freaking entertaining. I don't know if they could ever stop dripping entertainment. They just drip entertainment for some strange reason. I don't know what it is about their relationship and about Dirty Dom. It just drips and bleeds charismatic entertainment and just pure great heelness. This match was nothing short of spectacular as well. We have Cody Rhodes, just basically showing Dom, like, look, I'm going to run circles around you, kid. You're not ready yet. And that was the main story here. It was hard times for Dirty Dom. And Dirty Dom tried all he can to get the upper hand on Cody, but Cody is just too smart, and Cody has just been around the block too many times. He just knows all the tricks of the trade and all the ins and outs of the game. Cody Rhodes ends up hitting a Cody Cutter, and then after the Cody Cutter, he hits the Crossroads for the 1, 2, 3. Dom's not kicking out of that. Sorry, buddy. It's over. You lost, Dirty Dom. You can try again next time, but I don't know if you're going to ever beat Cody Rhodes. I can't say guaranteed you won't, but you might. I don't know if you ever will, because Cody is just on fire. And I feel like Cody has a lot to prove after that loss at WrestleMania. Surprise appearance from the GOAT, John Cena. And man, like, the crowd was behind him. They were singing his song in positivity. It's really nice to see the crowd positively behind John Cena after all the years that he's been through, all the craziness and all the hard work he put in. It's really good to see, like, the turnaround of, like, there is hope in the world for things to be better sometimes if they don't seem like they might get better. Like, things just gotten really good with John Cena right now in his relationship with the fans, as he calls them, his friends now. I really like the character development, and I like that he's really giving it his all at such a high stage in the game where he really doesn't have to anymore. And when Grayson Waller came out, I was even happier because, like, I love the heelness. I love the way Grayson Waller is such a good dastardly villain heel. And I love the way, like, John Cena is so charismatic, and they both have this charisma. It's like, he's like a young John Cena in a lot of ways. I don't know if people notice that, but he seems like a really young John Cena in a lot of ways on SmackDown to me. But either way, he comes out saying they want WrestleMania in Australia, baby, not UK. And of course, the UK crowd is completely booing that with all their might and all their passion of the entire planet. John Cena does his best to make the crowd, really, really get behind him. And they are behind him without a doubt. They were hating on Grayson Waller, calling him a wanker and all kinds of things. And then Grayson Waller ends up attacking John Cena from behind because he can't stand the fact that Cena's such goodly connected with the crowd. But then Cena, of course, turns things around and hits what? The AA bam on Grayson Waller, saying, get out of here, man. Grayson Waller, you're not ready for this yet. You ain't ready for the GOAT. You ain't ready for John Cena. You can't see him. And anyway, on to the next segment or match, which is the Women's Money in the Bank match. Now, this match blew my mind. It was almost even more of a car wreck than the men's ladder match. I can't guarantee if it was. They were pretty close, but I think the women's match actually might have topped the men's match. Like, when Zoe Stark took that sunset flip powerbomb, like, on her back of her head, like, man, Zoe Stark, when you see the young wrestlers come up in the NXT stars coming up into Raw and, like, SmackDown, you notice that they have to almost, how do I explain this? They have to, like, pay their due. And those big moves that they take are, like, paying their due, I feel like, to me. So Zoe Stark paid her due with that sunset flip powerbomb. My God. And Trish Stratus, for like Trish Stratus being back in the game at this stage of her life is absolutely spectacular. I gotta hand it to her. And she performed this match so well. It's like she hadn't missed a beat almost, and like she never left. I don't even understand how that's possible. Sometimes like magic and time miracles make things seem like impossible, but when you see things like that, it's like, man, all things are possible. If people like this can do these things after years of abuse from the ring and still get back in there, wow. Bayley, getting in there, playing her heelness to a T, and we have Io Sky just completely like the moonsault off the ladder is one of the coolest things ever. When she hits 5 people with it, that just ups the game so much more. And Io Sky is really, really on the way to superstardom, like to being a main household name here. She's very close right now, I feel like, and this Money in the Bank match really cemented her in my eyes as being a main event player here. Io Sky gets handcuffed to the ladder, I believe, and then Bayley and Becky are just going at it, and Becky Lynch is the House of Fire, of course, in this match. I can't forget that. She's just going all over the place, just forearms to everybody, just laying everybody out, and she's like such a veteran and such the glue to these matches. Like when Bayley and Becky just keep getting into it and they end up handcuffing each other to the ladder, to their detriment, Io Sky ends up taking the advantage and climbing the ladder and getting the victory after Bayley actually tried to screw her over, but no, it didn't work. We have the women's Money in the Bank holder beat Io Sky for the first time ever. Congratulations. I can't wait to see where this goes. Her and Asuka, her and Bianca, when's she going to cash it in? That's the fun, baby. We never know. And on to the next match, which is the semi-main event, I believe, which is Seth Rollins taking on Finn Balor for the World Heavyweight Championship. And this match was just a good technical back and forth match. It was almost a rematch, and we've seen this match a lot, Finn Balor versus Seth Rollins, but these men are on such a great level right now. They make it look really good no matter what, and Finn Balor has just got that rage and that anger towards Seth. He really doesn't like Seth. It's like that Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart heat kind of feeling. You feel like they really just don't like each other, because they've been through so much together and they're so combatably like alike that it's like they have to fight to like make sure one or the other is always on top. And I feel like Seth is always the one that comes out on top. So eventually Finn's going to get so fed up with that he might come out on top and maybe win the championship eventually, but it didn't happen tonight. Damian Priest came out and actually interfered, causing the distraction and caused Finn Balor to get stomped into oblivion to get the 1-2-3 victory for Seth Rollins. And now Damian Priest was looking like he would cash in and the crowd wanted him to cash in, but no cash in yet. I think he's going to be smart and savor it for the right time, and I think like he's the type of person that when he cashes in, if he does it at the right time, him being so big and powerful, there's no getting out of that victory for whoever's the champion at that time. On to the main event of the night, featuring the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns, the reigning defending Universal Undisputed Champion, with Paul Heyman in this corner, along with Solo Sikoa taking on the Usos in the Bloodline Civil War. Now, this was absolutely like just a car wreck to watch as well. It was such good stuff. They did a good job of doing like holds and pacing the crowd and not going too fast with the match. I like that, and it's like the big boys are having the hard hits here. Everything seemed more impactful in this match, and Solo at one point hits the big forearm and knocks Jey Uso almost out, it seemed like, and Roman is just getting so aggravated by the crowd. I think that's really what got in his head and caused Roman to really have problems in this match, because the crowd was just getting in his head, and it seemed like he couldn't get away from the crowd getting in his head and like going back and forth with the crowd, and that took his attention away from the Usos in the match. And the Usos really, really capitalized on this. When Solo Sikoa missed the big giant splash and went through the announce table, the Usos actually just hit about 10 super kicks on Roman, and then Jey Uso goes up for the splash, and I'm thinking, like, if he hits this splash, that might be it, but there's no way, because, like, Roman Reigns has not lost in, 3 years? Since 2019, he hasn't lost a match at all? Like, it's absolutely crazy that it even say that out loud. Roman Reigns has been wrestling since 2019 and has not lost one match. That's absolutely crazy. Anyway, after those 10 super kicks and, like, the crowd is straight behind it, too. Oh, you know the UK crowd's got to go with everything. They make everything seem so much more fun and magical. When Jey Uso hits that splash and gets the 1-2-3 victory, you see the collective sigh in the crowd, and all the people like in Paul Heyman's face, like Like, oh my God, Jey Uso just pinned Roman Reigns. Like, breaking news, Jey Uso has pinned Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns has gotten pinned. He is not indestructible. He is not invincible. He has gotten pinned by a Uso, a member of the bloodline. Did you ever think that would happen? I never thought that would happen. Great stuff. Gotta love the scripting and the writing for these guys. Like, oh my God, I love this story. Where is it gonna go from here? Like, how much better can it get? Like, it just keeps getting better and better. You gotta love it. Congratulations to Jey Uso. Main event Jey Uso, 100,000% now getting a main event victory over the tribal chief Roman Reigns. I see a championship match for you in the future, Jey Uso. Can you win though? Can you take it to the top of the game and the top of the industry? We will see. You're close. You might be able to do it. I'm Ben Porter. I just wanted to review and talk about Money in the Bank 2023 because I love wrestling. I don't want to like do this to get anything or for any attention or anything. I just do this because I love the sport and I absolutely love WWE, and I don't think my life would be complete without it. So thank you to anybody who watches this, and thank you who views. I am Ben Porter. Please like and subscribe if you have any feelings of positivity towards me at all. Please, it's really easy. You just hit that button. But thank you. I love everybody who loves wrestling because I love wrestling. Have a great day or weekend or night or whatever it is. Ben Porter out. I just want to say, I went to SmackDown in Orlando a few days ago, and when I went there, they showed an NXT commercial a couple times, and every time they show this commercial, they show this guy with purple glasses like these, and he's going like this, all happy, and that guy is actually me, and they've used that footage so many times now that I just can't even believe it, and I'm just so magically happy that they've done that. So thank you to the production team of WWE and NXT, whoever is using that footage of me. I have to thank you with my entire life because it has meant the world to me. So thank you. And anybody who's seen me from there, I am trying to do really great, entertaining things with my life, and we will see where this all goes. And this just helped me all the more merrier. Thank you. I am super grateful.